All right, is the NASCAR MLB crossover that you didn't know was going to happen, but now you're thankful that it did happen? Adbert, I mean, I got to ask you because Bubba over here throwing out the first pitch today. Okay. I've thrown out a first pitch 3 times. My strike consistency, it's probably like 1 out of 3. What advice would you give him for throwing out a first? Like, show him like a pitch grip.
Hey, you got to go 4 seam so the ball doesn't move. Okay. So the ball just goes straight, and then you just float it in there. Like, that's what you gotta go. 4 seam, float it in there.
4 seam,
yes. No, the other way.
Other way.
That way,
yep.
yes.
Yeah, keep your fingers wider.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's not worried at all. Like
I've done it once. I've thrown out a first pitch once.
You've thrown out a first pitch 1 time. All right, so there's a divide right here. We're on the baseball side of things. You guys are on the NASCAR side of things. There's a guy in our game by the name of Shohei Ohtani. He can hit, he can pitch, and he's really good at both of them. He's on pace to hit 57 home runs and strike out over 200 batters. Is there a Shohei Ohtani type in NASCAR?
I think we're going to find out today. I'm going to show that I can throw a first pitch. And drive
okay.
race cars, so.
All right. Okay.
I'd say I'm way more athletic than Tyler. Yeah. There's only a few. There's only a few that can play other sports inside of our sport.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear you guys kind of talk about the differences of preparation, because I'm sure that there's a lot of preparation that goes into a race. Like, you're being a closer, you don't know when your time is going to get called. Like, you know, like, hey, it's a 3-run lead or less. Like, I'm probably going to get my number called. But for you guys, like, what's your preparation like for all of you?
Man, for us, looking specifically at like the Chicago street course, it's a very odd situation because the course isn't going to even be closed until tonight, I believe. So the first time that anyone will make laps around the track will be on Saturday when we're on track. So you try and prep as much as you can through simulation, and I feel like it's realistically probably 90% of the way there. So I've put in like 14 hours of prep trying to dial the setup in for our cars and hopefully have the right direction. Typically, a lot of the tracks we go to, we know it's like the simulator is a pretty solid thing, and that's basically where we do our prep because they don't let us practice, they don't let us test. We show up, we typically get 15 minutes to shake the car down, and then we go qualify and then run our 4-hour 500-mile race. Yep. It's crazy. Yeah, not a lot.
Well, just being down there out of the bullpen, I feel like the biggest thing for me is just to keep my mind clear for 6, 7, 8 innings. You know, like, I feel like if you start like creating scenarios on your mind from the beginning of the game, then you get like mentally tired by the time you get into the game. So for me, it's just mostly keep my mind clear out there, because you just take care of your body. You know, you do your foam roll, you do like every exercise to get physically ready to be there. But the main thing for me is just be clear on my mind.
So him being a closer, he's got 3 outs to get in the 9th inning. So he has adrenaline to just go out there and have an adrenaline dump, and I can just air it out. I got to get 3 outs, so I'm going to be pumping heaters. How do you guys manage your adrenaline? Because a race is not the equivalent of getting 3 outs in the 9th.
Yeah, we have a lot of stop and goes, right? From cautions, stage cautions. The thing about road course racing now is that they took the stage breaks out, so we can run from green flag to checker flag if there's no cautions, and so you always got to be on it, especially with this racetrack where there's very, if any, room for error.
Can't make a mistake.
Yeah, you can't make a mistake, so you have to just be on it the whole time. So that goes back to just the mental prep work that you put in the week of or weeks prior, just to try to stay laser focused. So there's one thing that can get you dialed out, and next thing you know, you're on the hook on the tow truck going home early. So definitely don't want that to happen.
Do you use adrenaline? Like, when you come out to the mound in the 9th inning, are you trying to stay calm and focused? Are you saying, like, it's the 9th inning, I got to get 3 outs, we got to get a Cubbies win today?
I know, like, I'm already like super hyper person, like, so that's why I try to keep everything calm in there, because I know as soon as I get to the mound and I feel the crowd, that is what is gonna take my adrenaline to the roof. So I just try to get up there and be as calm as I can at that moment, you know, because I know, like, as soon as you get the first strike, everyone will start clapping, everyone will start being excited out there, and then when you get to 2 outs and then the whole Wrigley Field is standing up, it's just amazing, you know. You can feel that adrenaline just going from your feet all the way to your head. So just just trying to keep the balance between me being calm out there and then feeding of the energy of the crowd is a big point.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, so the other thing too with when you talk about NASCAR, we are guys that, I mean, strictly baseball, like how would you, because right now, if we wanted to make a pitch to a NASCAR fan to come on over and watch baseball, there's multiple points we could hit. Like, hey, we got the pitch clock now, like it's shorter, it's quicker pace. How would you make a pitch to a baseball fan to come check out NASCAR?
That's tough. I mean, you know, I feel like you're always waiting for the unexpected moment, right? In baseball, like, you know, some things that can change the course of an entire game is a slip up, an error, you know, and a lot of times in the NASCAR racing, you know, you'll see that, whether that's a crash or the dominant car having a wheel fall off. You know what I mean? Like, you never know when the entire tide of the race is going to change, and just the unexpected happens. And I think, especially at the Chicago street course that we're going to race on Sunday, you know, if someone up at the front of the field or even in the middle of the field makes a mistake in some of the tighter sections of the track, it could change the outcome of the race for half the field. So you just always got to be on your feet and be aware. I think that's what makes it exciting. That's what I loved about it. Being a kid growing up is just, you know, the guys that are dominating the race all day long, or the players that are doing the guys that are in the mix, you know, something can happen. A caution can come out. They have damage to their car. Next thing you know, somebody that hasn't really been a part of the story all day is up in the mix and potentially stealing the win.
I think also, sorry not to interrupt, but when I meet a lot of first-time fans at the race, or they haven't been to a race in a long time, but what got them hooked is just the sound. Yeah. Starting up the motors, and then one flying lap by you, it's like, oh, all right, this is different than driving down the interstate here in Chicago. So it's I think the sounds and just the sights of it are just something you've never seen before.
Yeah, I got to check it out. You guys are gonna be racing in New Hampshire, which is my neck of the woods. I'll ask you the same question. If there's someone that's a strict NASCAR fan, they've never given baseball a chance, what pitch are you making to them to be like, hey, come on over and check out baseball?
I mean, it's a lot of different points you can make now, because like you say in the beginning, like we got the pitch clock now, so like the game is going by fast. So
do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
I personally, like, I'm always being kind of pitcher that I like to be going, so that, like, it doesn't affect me at all. I love it. And then other one is that you don't got the chip no more on the infield, so there is more action on the field. There is more stolen base now. You see, there is a guy with 40 stolen bases already.
Ronnie,
you know, and then
he's gonna go 40-80 this year. It's crazy.
So that is so crazy. I just feel like there is more action now on the baseball field than it used to be, like probably like the last 4 years with all the chief and everything that we had going on. But I feel like it's just a lot of more fun. And then if you're here in Chicago, you definitely have to go to a Chicago Cubs game, because everything here at Wrigley Field is just different. Like if you come on a Friday 1:20 game, like you see the bleachers are popping, everyone is excited. So hopefully we play a really good game that day. So it's just coming here. I'm feeding off the energy that this place gives you.
Day games at Wrigley just hit different. All right, let's see these race cars here. These are DraftKings race cars. Whose is whose? Okay. All right, let's give it a grade. All right, so you obviously know like the baseball grading scale, right? It only goes up to 80. 80 grade would be the best. What grade would you give the logos on these cars right here?
I like it. I will give you a 70.
70 grade?
Yeah,
That's
I will
good.
give you a 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the other one.
Yeah, this
That
one
one's
has
mine.
more
What do you
going
think of that
on
one?
in this side. So, yeah. I will give this one a 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the NASCAR MLB crossover. July something is the race in New Hampshire. Go check them out. It's July 16th. Head on down, check these guys out. Also head on down to Wrigley, and Adbert's gonna be throwing some nasty fuel bombs out there, close out Cubbies games. We'll see you there.